Hello everyone, that manga kid here to do a first edition impression on the first 4 volumes of Silver Spoon by Hiromu Arakawa. This is a shonen or maybe a seinen series about this guy here, Hachiken, who doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life. His parents are kind of strict, so he goes to a farming high school out in the middle of nowhere. He's from the city. He knows nothing about farming. He's always gotten good grades, but that's because he's studied so much. He just ran himself into the ground and then has no motivation for anything anymore, no passion, no life path. So he basically just wants to start over. He wants to go to a boarding school, so he's away from his family, and he thinks that farming is going to be easy and that this is going to be a breeze, so he goes there. So, as you can imagine, this series is quite funny because you've got this city boy surrounded by people who have grown up on farms, live on farms, are going to work on farms for the rest of their lives, and they're at this farming high school to learn more about farming than what they already know, and so that they can take over their family business and continue farming until the day they die. So you've got this city boy who knows nothing with all of these other people who know a lot about farming and are used to that kind of lifestyle. Because as you can imagine, if you've ever been to a farm or worked on a farm or worked any kind of physical labor job, if you're from the city, it can be quite a shock how much effort you need to put in physically to achieve these tasks. So you've got Hachiken, who's lost. He's meeting all these people who have their futures basically lined up for them because their families own farms that they're just going to take over, and he's feeling inferior, but also feeling kind of like, oh, all these country folk, I'm from the city, I'm better than them, I know more than them, I'm smarter than them. But then he realizes there's a lot more to life than being book smart. There are other types of being intelligent, and just because they may not be good at math doesn't mean that they're not good at tons of other tasks that he is awful at. So it's quite funny. This is the author that, if you don't already know, this is the author that wrote Full Metal Alchemist, which I personally have never read. I know, I've never read it. It is not something that has ever interests me. But I did watch the anime for Silver Spoon a while ago, well over a year ago on Netflix, and really enjoyed it. I was so surprised. It was wonderful. This is a slice of life. It's very, very funny. It's quite dialogue heavy at certain points, which is fine because the dialogue is interesting. The art is pretty busy. It's quite good. I really enjoy it. It definitely, you can tell if you've read anything by this mangaka before, you can definitely tell immediately that that's who has written this because the art style is very distinct. I just really enjoy it because I'm learning about farming. They do have facts in here. They do have different things about farming that if you don't know much about farming, you will learn from reading this a bit at least. But it doesn't kind of cram things down your throat, which I enjoy. It's not um, it doesn't feel like a PSA for living organically and growing your own food and all that kind of stuff, but it definitely kind of humbles you a bit, and you feel, at least I do, because again, I've grown up in the city. You feel a connection to Hachiken going into this situation as a complete novice, as a complete stranger to this lifestyle, and you're learning along with him about how these people live out in the country. And then the added bonus of it still being high school, so you still have the regular hijinks of crushes and teachers being ridiculous, and it's a boarding school, so you get that added layer of sneaking out of your dorm when you're not supposed to, and all of that kind of stuff, while still maintaining such a charming atmosphere of just being on a farm and having to work the land and deal with getting up super early to tend to the animals and the crops and everything like that. It's very, 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 very funny. It is so funny. The facial expressions are great. The comedic timing's pretty good. The characters are all zany and wacky. There's a lot of characters, so if you like stuff with a big cast of characters, this is definitely for you. They they all have very distinct personalities, and you get to know them all, and how they where they come from, what kind of farm they come from, because there's tons of different types of farms and what you can produce there. So a lot of these kids are coming from very different types of farms. Some of them are chicken farmers, some of them are cattle farmers, some of them do strictly vegetables. Some of them come from very much like it's just my family physically dealing with the animals and the plants, while others are coming from more kind of factory farm situations. And so it's very interesting. You're learning a bit while also just getting such a fun story about these country kids mixed with this city kid. So they're learning things from him and he's learning things from them, and it's just really, really great. I highly recommend checking out Silver Spoon if you haven't. I think it's still on Netflix, so if you have Netflix and it's where you are and it's on your Netflix, then I highly suggest watching the anime. So far, from what I can tell, the manga is following the anime almost exactly. However, the anime is only it's not very long, so I'm hoping to get some new material at some point here from the manga. I don't know how many volumes it's going to be. I know that it's been on hiatus for a while, on and off. I don't. It's definitely not finished in Japan because I think it's still on hiatus slash coming off of hiatus potentially. But from what we've got so far, and I know there's a few. I've got the next 2 volumes pre-ordered, so at least there's quite a few still coming in English at least. Definitely worth it. Definitely check it out if you haven't. If you like slice of life, comedy, high school, uh, things like that, it is very funny and it's very entertaining, and I highly recommend it. If you've read Silver Spoon, watched the anime for Silver Spoon, have any thoughts about it that you want to let me know in the comments, please do. I'd love to talk about it. If you have any questions about this series, again, let me know, and I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you for watching. See ya.